and that they need the woman to pursue them and ask them out so that they know if the girl wants them or not, I am actually going to crash out.
When we judge men off a feminine standard, we're always going to come up short. We should. Describe, let's talk about it.
If another man tells me that they cannot tell when a woman likes them and that they need the woman to pursue them and ask them out so that they know if the girl wants them or not, I am actually going to crash out. Because what happened to social cues? What happened to social cues? And you don't even need to know social cues to know if someone likes you back or not, or if someone wants you. If someone is giving you interest, if someone is always wanting to be around you, someone is always texting you, sending you reels, I don't know, in today's modern day age, sending you reels, sliding up on your story, trying to hang out with you like in person, like trying to hang out with you and your friends, trying to do stuff, that person probably freaking likes you. If another freaking man goes, I need a woman to come up to me and tell me that she's interested, I am actually gonna lose it. Because I, as a 20-year-old young woman who was homeschooled, did not go to public school, had no interaction in the romantic department during my formative years of learning how to deal with dating and relationships and asking people out to dances and asking people out and going on dates and flirting and all that. I had no boys around me during those formative years of learning how to do that, and I can tell.
This is why people can't stand young people. You don't have the experience. You don't have the body of experience, and you've admitted it to yourself, to us. You don't have the experience, but you're calling out other men for telling the world, we don't get your social cues. And to be fair, right, we don't get a lot of subtlety in the context of the way women look at it. Men are more pragmatic. Men are more forward in saying this is that or it's not, especially after Me Too. You can't just make assumptions because she smiled at you. This means something and it doesn't. Women are notorious for saying that when I was just being nice to him and he thought I wanted him, he thought I liked him, he thought I was into him. When you come from such a place where you do not get the smiles, you do not get people being nice to you regularly. Yes, when now this is outside of the norm, I think she likes me because every other interaction I've had with most women has been this way. That is our attempt to catch some of these cues. We don't pick up the subtlety like you think, especially when women shoot their shot by thinking about you, by thinking that, okay, he should have known. He should have assumed, or he should have saw that I looked at him 3 times within 3 hours. That must mean that I actually do like him. And if he doesn't get the cue, then something is wrong with him. He's lacking in some area. So when men are very clear, men are saying, in order for me to know that the lane is clear, you have to let me know the lane is clear. You have to let me know there's interest here. I looked at you and I smiled, but I also do that because sometimes I feel if I don't smile, I might come off, he might feel away and he's going to come over here. If I frowned at him, he might now think I'm a threat. His ego might be hurt. So I smile. These are real conversations that I've had with women. These are real conversations that women put out there all the time. Yeah, you don't want to give him your number, but you give him a number because you don't want him to now be offended that you said no to him. That's why women say, oh, I have a boyfriend, thinking that's enough as a deterrent. Even now, you came up with a new refrain, just asking for money. That'll deter him. We like to play this game where it's even, that men and women are absolutely the same, but when it's convenient, men and women are the same. When it's inconvenient for women, then there's a difference. Then we need to acknowledge the difference. We need to protect the difference. We need to uphold the difference. But in all other things, when it's most convenient for me to say, you need to do more, you need to understand what's going on here, I just say, no, we're the same. If another guy comes up, he says he needs her to be clear about it. Why would a man seeking clarity in terms of approaching women, in terms of shooting his shot, why would seeking clarity be a bad thing? It's almost as if you're scared of the ittiest bit of work when it comes down to helping create or maintain these relationships. A man is just supposed to know, yet You're supposed to communicate these things. You're supposed to be the better communicator. You're supposed to understand the subtle arts of it. But no, if he doesn't get it, then it's something wrong with him. We're built this way. We're built this way. This is why we often say we're better together, because there's areas in which I overlook and there's areas in which you overlook, but together we should be able to have 360 degrees covered. When you constantly look at things from a feminine lens and you say you don't measure up to this because this is what women do, you're not as emotional as a woman, so therefore you're lacking. You don't pick up on the social cues, on these cues that are actually like you, like a woman would, so you're lacking. There's something wrong that needs to be fixed with you. We do this from when boys are small, because they don't behave the same way as little girls do. There's something wrong with them. Let's diagnose them. Let's put them on medication. He doesn't sit still. Yeah, women do. Little girls do. Always have a harder time with it. It's got to be something wrong with him. No, you're just looking at it from a feminine lens and then judge him according to the rubric, the standard of the woman. And I get it. I don't ever want this to make it seem as if it's insensitive to what women have gone through in the past. But you don't equate things by suddenly judging everything by its counterpart. You didn't like when men were the standard, when little boys were the standard. So why would we flip it and then make little girls the standard, and then now little boys are suffering? Now they turn out to be not competent men, and now you're upset about that. You didn't like softer men, but you raised softer men, so you don't like that. As long as you hold to that feminine lens, you don't have a chance for boys to become men and men to be men. We're stuck here. You slid into the arena of men, of masculinity, and now look and say, you're not masculine enough. Something's wrong with you. Something's wrong here. You don't allow men to propagate, then don't allow men to actually be who they are with their natural proclivities before you say there's something wrong, there's something lacking, they're failing to insert whatever you like. And the story goes on and on and on. Then you figure out, okay, of those men that actually are still in the game, why are they being overly cautious? Why would you think they're being overly cautious? Why could you not understand why they would be overly cautious? Why would they say, I don't know, so I'm not going to make that attempt? Because even if you think it's nothing, even if you yourself, as women often say, they don't like rejection, they're afraid of rejection, but you often say, men, you should just man up and do it. You should just muster the courage and do it. This is another one of those inequities they like to maintain. It would be fine if we said, well, we're equal, right? You can do it too. No, this is a thing that we want to maintain. No, he has to do that. And because he failed to muster that courage, that I never even walked a step down in that road, something's wrong with him. We can't keep doing this and have different expectations of men. You want men to be men, but you don't allow men to be men at all. You criticize them with the feminine lens and say, you're not like this or something's wrong. Maybe he's just being a man. Maybe we're so far gone that you don't recognize what being a man actually looks like. You're so quick to put a stamp on it, to tamp it down, to say, no, you're not supposed to do that. That's wrong. That's toxic. So then you don't like the result. Men that don't want to approach, men that are afraid to approach, men that say there's too much anxiety in approaching. Men that don't want to get over that. Okay, this is called reaping what we've sown. Hey, and it's not a thing throwing it on a heaping on women. This is a thing in our society, hand in hand, we've created. Men has simply acquiesced and said, I'm too afraid to lose her, so I'm going to adhere to some of this nonsense and do some of this nonsense, rather than saying, you know what, that's not me, that doesn't resonate with me, that's not how I want to be, that's not how I want the next generation of men to be, so I'm gonna say no right here. We have to be willing to just walk away. That's really the simplest solution. Just walk away. But listen, if you disagree, let me know down in the comments below. If you see other videos on your screen, check those out. Let me know your thoughts about those in those videos. And of course, if you listen to Sound My Voice now, if you have not subscribed, I think you should. We're just trying to build something dope. See you in the next one.